Hello everyone, I Puneet Upadhyay, HOD of Mechanical Department, Jain Polytechnic Belgavi, handling the subject Computer Integrated Manufacturing. In the previous session, that is in session 3, we have studied the chapter regarding Introduction to SIM and Automation. So in that chapter, we have studied what is a SIM, the scope and benefits of a SIM, the elements related to the SIM, then what are the automation, the types of automation, the reasons for automation, and the 10 strategies for automation, the basic elements of automation, the levels of automation, and at last most likely questions for the examination. So in this session, that is in session 4, we are going to start with a new chapter, that is NC and CNC machines. So what will be covered in this session? First one, what is a NC? Basic components of NC system, application of NC machine, motion control systems, features of CNC machines, application of CNC machine, types of CNC machine, machine control unit, distributed numerical control system, machining centers, classification of machining center, features of CNC machining center, and at last most likely questions for the examination. So let us start with what is a NC. NC is nothing but the numerical control. It can be defined as a form of programmable automation in which process is controlled by numbers, letters and symbols. So NC machine, it uses a tape to store and control the programs in a form of punching. Unlike CNC machine, where programming is done in a mini computer with the help of a G and M codes. Next, the basic components of a NC system. Basically, there are three basic components. First one, the program of instructions, the controller unit, also called as machine tool unit. Third one is machine tool or other controlled process. So this is the diagram related to the basic components of NC system. First one is the program of instructions, where it is passed to the controller unit, then from controller unit it is passed to the machine tool. Now what is this program of instructions? The program of instruction is the detailed step-by-step set of instructions which tell the machine what to do. It is coded in numerical or symbolic form on some type of input medium that can be interpreted by the controller unit. The most common one is the 1-inch wide punch tape. Over the years, other forms of input media have been used, including punch cards, magnetic tape, and even 35 mm motion picture film. So this program of instructions stores the program in the form of the tape. Next comes the controller unit. The second basic component of NC system is the controller unit. This consists of electronics and hardware that reads and interprets the program of instruction and converts it to the mechanical action of the machine tool. The typical elements of the control unit includes the tape reader, the data buffer, the signal, the output channels to the machine tool, and the sequence control to coordinate the overall operation of the foregoing elements. The last one is the machine tool. The third basic component of an NC system is a machine tool or other controlled process. It is a part of a NC system which performs useful work. In the most common example of an NC system is one designed to perform machining operations. The machine tool consists of the work table and the spindle, as well as the motors and controls necessary to drive them. It also includes the cutting tools, work fixtures, and other auxiliary equipment needed in machining operations. Next, the application of the NC machines. So here it is used as a parts to be processed frequently and in the small lot sizes. In the part geometry is complex. When the part geometry complex, the applications of NC machine are used. Many operations must be performed on the part in its processing. Much metal needs to be removed. Then engineering design changes are likely. Next, let me now go through the motion control systems. So what is motion control system? In order to accomplish the machining process, the cutting tool and the workpiece must be removed related to each other. There are two basic types of motion control system. There are point to point and continuous path system or countering point to point system to point numerical control. First we study what is this point to point system. So this is the figure related to the point to point system. As you can see here, this is the starting point and these are the operations of each location that is need to be performed, and this is the tool path. Okay. So in this it is sometimes called the positioning system. In point to point system, the main objective of a machine tool control system is to move the cutting tool to the predefined location. So consider this is the first location, this is the second location. The main objective is to of the point to point system is to define the predefined location from one location to the other location. Then next, the speed or the path by which the movement is accomplished is not important in point to point NC. Once the tool reaches the desired location, the machining operation is performed at that position. So suppose if the tool reaches in this location, the machining operation is performed in this location. Next, the spindle must be positioned at a particular location of the workpiece. This is done under point to point control. Then the drilling of the hole is performed at a location and so forth. Since no cutting is performed in between the holes, there is no need of controlling the relative motion of the tools. So this is a figure which illustrates the point to point system. Next, so this is the working of point to point what we have discussed now. Next, countering NC or continuous path system. So this is the figure related to the countering NC or continuous path system. So from the figure we see that the countering is the most complex and most flexible and most expensive type of machining tool control. It is capable of performing both point to point and straight cut operation. In addition, the feature of countering NC system is the capacity for simultaneous control of more than one axis movement in a machine tool. The path of cutter is continuously controlled to generate a desired geometry of the workpiece. Okay, from the figure, the continuous path NC milling and turning operations, a common example produces countering system. So in order to machine a curved path, so this is the curved path. So in order to machine a curved path in a numerical control system, the direction of a feed rate must continuously be changed so as to follow the path. So this is the direction you can see. So this is the direction you can see with the it is moving. So in order to control the curved path, the rate of the feed must be changed. This is accomplished by breaking the curved path in a very short straight line segment that is approximate the curve, and the tool is commanded to machine each segment in a session. So each path is broken down so that the tool moves in the curved positions, that is it is split up so that the tool is informed in the straight line. So this is the countering NC or continuous path system explanation. Next is this is the working which what we have discussed in the working of continuous path. Next one, the features of CNC machines. So in the previous sessions we know what is this CNC machine, that is computer numerical control machines, which uses the mini computer to store the set of programs in the form of G and M codes to perform the specific given task. So this feature of CNC machine is related to the machine structure, that is in this we have the rigid machine structure that is provided in order to bear the static load, the dynamic load and the thermal load, vibration, which we have already studied. Next one, the guideways. Guideways are used in machine tools to control the direction or line of action of a carriage or a table on which the tool or workpiece is held. Next one is hydrodynamic, hydrostatic, anti-friction bearings. In order to achieve accuracy and quality of the work produced, depending directly on the geometry accuracy, running accuracy, and stiffness of the spindle assembly, where these bearings are used. Then electronic measuring system is employed on each control axis to monitor the movement and to compare the position of slides and spindle with the desired position. The next, CNC control. CNC control is nothing but the heart of the CNC machine. The early CNC controls were developed for simple application in turning, machining centers and grinding. But with increased capabilities of modern machines tool such as high spindle speeds, high rapid traverse and more number of axes, CNC system has been developed to meet these needs. Next one is the application of CNC machine. So what is applications? Application of the CNC machine. First one is the metal removal industries. So in metal removal industries, it removes the unwanted metal from raw materials to give the desired shape as the requirement. Then metal fabricating industries. In this, the small scales or the large scale industries that require many types of thin or thick plates like steel plates or other metal plates are required for the various purposes, that is for fabrications. The next one is the electrical discharge machining, EDM industries. So in this industry, it removes the metal by generating sparks which burns the metal. Then other industries where CNC machines are used are it is used in mostly in wood working industries which perform various operations like routing and similar to milling operations and the drilling. Next one, types of CNC machines. First one, vertical machining center, that is called VMC. Second one is horizontal machining center, HMC. Then milling machine, MC. Then drilling machine. Then CNC grinding machines. Then CNC drilling machines. Next comes the machine control unit. So what is this machine control unit? Machine control unit is the heart of a CNC system. It is used to perform the following functions. First one, to read the coded instructions, to decode the coded instructions, to implement interpolations such as linear, circular and helical, to generate axis motion commands, to feed the axis motion commands to the amplifier circuits for driving the axis mechanism, to receive the feedback signals of position and speed for each drive axis, and at last to implement auxiliary control functions such as coolant or spindle on or off and the tool change. So it is nothing but the heart of CNC machines which is required to follow this set of instructions so as to execute the given task. Next is the distributed numerical control system, DNC. So what is this distributed numerical control system? It is defined as a system which integrates a number of machines by controlling it to the central computer by direct connections. So this is the central computer. So this is the bulk memory for the NC programs, and this is the line set where different machine tools are placed in a line. So the central computer, what it does, it controls all these machine tool operations, that is controlled in the central. That is why it is called the distributed numerical control system. So what we can see in this from the block diagram is that the tape reader is eliminated in DNC. Instead of that, the part program is transmitted to the machine tool. So this is a machine control unit where the part program is transmitted to the machine tool directly from the computer memory. So from this memory, the part program is transferred to this machine control unit, then it is transferred to the machine tool. On some CNC machine controllers, the available memory is too small to contain the available memory, the machining program. For example, the machining program. So in this case, the program is stored in a separate case and sent directly to the machining. So in some cases, when the memory is too small. In that cases, the memory is stored in a separate drive. Then from that drive, it is sent to the central computer. Then central computer, it is passed through the different machine tools for the operations to be carried out. So this DNC system is nothing but controlling all the machines from the central locations. So what are the advantages of these DNC machines? It provides greater flexibility to improve. It eliminates the use of punch tapes. Then it collects, process and report. Then it provides central control of machine tool. Then it increases the productivity and saves time. So this is the working what we have seen now. Next one is the machining center. So what is this machining center? The machining center describes almost any CNC milling and drilling machine that includes an automatic tool changer and a table that clamps the workpiece in a place on a machining center. The tool rotates but the work does not. Next one, classification of machining center. First one is the vertical machining center. So what is this vertical machining center? It is typically used for flat work that requires tool access from top. Example, mold and die cavities, large components of the aircraft. Next one is the horizontal machining center, HMC. It is used for cube shaped parts where tool access can be best achieved on the sides of the cube. Next one is the universal machining center. It has a work head that swivels its spindle axis to any angle between the horizontal, vertical, that is very flexible machine tool. Example, aerofoil shapes, then curve linear geometries. Next one, the features of CNC machining centers. First one is the automatic tool changer. So this we have studied, this also we have studied in the previous session. That is, what is this automatic tool changer? Any CNC machines are having the tool post where the number of tools are placed to perform the different set of operations. So in this, the tools are contained in the storage unit that is integrated with the machine tool. When a cutter needs to be changed, the tool drum rotates to the proper position and automatic tool changer operating under program control exchanges tools in the spindle for the tool in the tool storage units. Then it performs the operations. The capacity of the tool ranges from 16 to 1880 cutting tools. Next one is automatic work part positioner. Many horizontal and vertical machining centers have the capability to orient the work part related to the spindle. This is done by the means of rotary table on which the part is fixed. The table can be oriented at an angle about the vertical axis to permit the cutting tool to access almost the entire surface of the part in a single setup. So this helps to position the workpiece to the desired operations to be carried out in a single setup. Next one is the automatic pallet changer. Pallet is nothing but the storage of the finished parts or the storage of the tools. Basically, there will be two types of the pallets. So machining center are always equipped with two or more separate pallets that can be presented to the cutting tool used in a automatic pallet changer. While machining is performed with one pallet in a position at that machine, the other pallet is in safe location away from the spindle. In this location, the operator can unload the finished part and then the fixture, the raw material work part for the next cycle. At last, the most likely questions for the examinations. So totally there are 5 questions which the students need to look after for the examinations.